Welcome to my channel. My name is Nick Starchild, and I help people of color and queer folks change their lives through travel, sabbaticals, career transitions, and financial literacy. I am a lifestyle architect. I help you design and build your house, but you have to live in it and maintain it. I offer real and practical advice on how to change your life today. I've personally traveled all over the United States, and currently I live abroad. I've gone through many career transitions in different industries. I've taken a sabbatical that changed my life significantly. In addition, I've used financial literacy to get out of credit card debt and to start my investments. If you want help with any of these topics or just want to chat, my Calendly link is in the description below. Hit me up for any questions. And also, please like, subscribe, and share this content if you so choose. Commenting is nice, but not necessary. I feel like people tend to treat comment sections as a right rather than a privilege, and can be kind of negative or hateful. And I don't have time for that here. I won't have it. I'm here to help people thrive, not to deal with trolls. But yeah, if you want to leave a nice comment, I really appreciate that. With that, let's get into today's video, and I wanted to talk about how I left the U.S. for my sanity as a black person. Ooh, let's get into it. Obviously, being black in the United States is challenging. There's a lot of anti-blackness. I mean, that's all over the world, but also very, very prevalent in the United States, which is really stressful when you think about like the fact that black people literally helped build the United States, built most of it, and then in appreciation for that, we are treated like shit, treated like fucking dog shit. And most people know about the murders that happen to black people from police. They know about the interracial conflicts that happen, and black people killing black people. It's not great. Even the medical system is known for killing black people because they just don't treat us well. They think of us as less than, that we can tolerate more pain than normal. So many black mothers die in childbirth, or their kid dies in childbirth. It's crazy because these entities, this society has set up a system where black means less than. And for me, dealing with that, I personally dealt with so much racism in the United States. People have been racist to my face, okay? And I'm done. I'm done. For my sanity, for my mental health, my well-being, I was like, you know what? Deuces. I'm gonna go somewhere else. And, granted, like, not everywhere you go is gonna be welcoming to black people, but there are so many other places that are. So there's a lot of different options. I mean, shit. You can go to the continent of Africa, okay? Africa is ginormous. People don't realize how fucking big that continent is. People think of Africa as a country, and it's not a country, it's a continent. It's a whole goddamn continent. And it has 54 countries. 54, okay? Hella countries. And some big, some small, different languages, different cultures, and for the most part, in a lot of places, you're gonna be welcome there, especially if you are trying to learn the language, you're being respectful, you're bringing your American dollars, you're going to be treated with respect. And most people won't even look at you. Like, they're going to be like, oh, you're supposed to be here, right? There's definitely places in Africa that are not very welcoming to tourists or to queer people, but you got a lot of options, you got a lot of options. I think like 24 of the countries speak English. That alone, you don't even have to learn the language. Like, so many other places are more welcoming, and I juxtapose that against the United States, which is like, you have the systemic racism, it's just like built into everything, discrimination, racial injustice, there's just violence in black communities. It's just like, it's in your everyday life, and I'm like, why? People are trying to change it with their activism and things like that, but it's like, you move 1 inch and you go back 2 inches because society is like, no, you've got too much progress, I'm threatened by that, so I'm gonna knock you down. And I'm just like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like all that work, all that activism, all that pain and suffering is really worth it in my eyes. It just doesn't seem like it worth it. It's really loud here because my apartment's right at the street, so you're gonna hear shit. I really feel like there's value in seeking sanctuary abroad. Like I said, like you can go to the whole goddamn continent of Africa, but you can also go to Europe, you can go to South America, Central America. There's so many other places, Australia, like that you will be welcomed a bit more than you would be in the United States. And I'm like, I just want to be in a place where I'm not going to be discriminated against all the time. Maybe sometimes that's fine, but like all the time, like that's just like the base level of like how you're going to live. I'm not about it. I think that there's so many other places you can go, and like you have the privilege of your American passport. Use it. Get out of here. Of course, like I said, it's not going to be peaches and roses everywhere you go. You're going to have to worry about your safety everywhere, but for the most part, it's mostly like pickpocketing. Like when you think about your safety when you go abroad, it's mostly that you're going to get robbed, you're going to get mugged or something like that, or someone's going to pickpocket you, but it's not like you're going to be beat up because you're a black person, or killed because you're a black person. It rarely does that happen. It does happen, but it's really, really rare. And I'm just like, here in the United States, you have to worry about that. Like going someplace, going to the wrong town, and like not realizing that it's a white supremacist town, and then like you're gonna die. There's that dude, a couple, what was his name? Amar, I can't remember his name, but he was going for a run in his neighborhood, and he was shot down by a white supremacist. Going for a run. He was working out. He wasn't bothering nobody. And I just like, there are too many guns. That's another thing. The United States has too many guns. Too many fucking guns. Too many regular people, citizens have guns and access to guns. And it just like popping it off, just lift everywhere. Gun violence is just everywhere. And that is not the case in the rest of the world. The rest of the world does not let their citizens have guns like that. And if they do have guns, they have lots of rules and regulations around having those guns. And that, for me, is also a safety thing for me. It's like, I don't want to live in a country where people can have guns so freely. I don't want that. I want that to be restricted. And I found that in Mexico, most people don't have guns. It's fucking amazing. Another aspect of moving abroad is like, you're going to have to deal with is like building community and like having connections. That's important for your mental health, is making sure that you have some type of community. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I just got to Mexico about 4 weeks ago. And so I haven't really made that community yet of like expats, expatriates. I don't even know if I will, to be honest, right away. I think right now I'm okay just doing what I need to do to survive and to heal myself from the trauma that is the United States. So I think I'm going to be okay just doing me for right now. I think I'm just keeping it 100. But maybe in the future, maybe I will change. And speaking to that in terms of building community is like focusing on the self-care. So that's what I'm doing right now, is healing myself, relearning to be at peace and not to be on guard. When I was in the United States, I was just on guard all the time. I was like, just walls, don't touch me, don't talk to me, you're getting too close. Like I was just like on edge, and I wasn't a very nice person. And that is my environment. That's what I was in. And I don't want to be that person. I want to be more open and happy and willing to talk to people and strangers. And I already feel that being here, even though I don't speak Spanish. I speak my broken Spanish, and people are so friendly and so nice and so patient, and that's the kind of environment that I want to be in. Like when you're in the United States and you don't speak English, people are mean, they're rude, they're racist, and I'm just not about it. I'm just like, ooh, I'm just thinking about that being my past, and I'm like, don't make me go back there, please don't. And then, obviously, and with that, you want to think about, the challenges, right? You're gonna be challenged, but hopefully that with those challenges, you're gonna have some growth. You're gonna have some self-discovery, but there will be challenges, right? Like living in a different country, being in a different culture, the cultural adjustment of how people interact with each other, feeling homesick. Those things are possible. I mean, transition happens. You have to face some adversity. But I think that you might be surprised by how easy it is. And it's actually not as challenging as you expected. So just something to think about when you're navigating leaving the United States. And for me, like I was saying, it's the systemic racism. It's too much. And I I had to leave for my sanity. I am so much more happy now. I am so much more happy. I don't I don't know what else to say. I'm not even doing anything. Maybe that'll change as like time goes on. Maybe I'll feel a little bit differently. But at this point in my life, this point in this transition, this trajectory of my life, life is good. Life is real good, and I am happy that I left the United States. And I really hope that I don't ever have to come back. I really do. But I probably will. I'll probably have to come back. But for the immediate future, I'm hoping not to come back anytime soon. But yeah, that's the video. I left the United States for my sanity so that I could heal and I could thrive and be the person that I'm meant to be. And that's it. If you resonated with this at all, if you want to chat, please reach out to me. Like I said, contact information in the description below. The best things to do is also to like it and to share it with other people so I can grow this channel and I can reach the right people. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.